This is my 2024 CRF 250 RX. So I know some of you guys have seen my 450 video and I've done a couple reviews on it, but this is my hare scramble race bike. I've had it for a little bit now. It's got about 3 hours on it, so not a whole lot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ride it, take a lap around my practice course, and then I'm going to tell you guys what I think about it. Alright, so now that I've done my lap and you saw it, the first thing I want to state is that this bike looks beautiful. In my opinion, this is the best looking 250 on the market. Gas close second. Maybe I'm favorite to Red, but it doesn't matter. So if you're looking at one of these, you're probably looking for a trail bike. Now, it's not really a trail bike. It's more of a race bike that you can trail ride. It lugs okay. I know a lot of guys have done the flywheel weight on them and probably changes it a whole bunch. I wouldn't know, I've never done it. As you can see, I did saw it a couple times. I'm trying to get used to it. I had an XR400 which lugs like an absolute tractor, and this thing not quite, so I'm still working on it a little bit. And I use my back brake too much. It's pretty slick, so you lock the tire up, the bike stalls. So if you're looking at one of these, you're probably also comparing it to the other 250s in the lineup, such as the Kawasaki, the Gas KTM, the Yamaha. A lot of guys say they like the Yamaha a lot more, mainly because it's really like a purpose-built trail bike, whereas this bike is just an R with a bigger gas tank, some hand guards, and an 18-inch rear tire. So not a lot of difference there, and it rides a lot like an R. Only one of those that I have actually rode is the Kawasaki, and as far as how they ride really similar. Only advantage to the Honda is that you get the bigger gas tank, you get the hand guards already on it, things that you don't get on the Kawasaki. So it tends to lean people a little more this way because these are things you don't have to do. So the stock tires that come on this bike are actually, they're pretty good. I have no complaints about it. I actually used to run the same tires on my XR, and they were great on it. I get them on here and they're great too. They hook up. Like I said, it's muddy today, so they're spinning a little bit, but it could be worse. I could sit here and read off a spec sheet and tell you how much power it makes and how the bike's geared and this and that, but there's Google for that. There's other reviews for that. So I'm not going to bore you with that stuff. Basically, I'm just going to tell you that the thing rides awesome. The suspension's great. The front is a little stiff, in my opinion. So probably need to play with it just a tad. And yeah, if you're looking for one of these, if you can get a good deal on a brand new one, I would consider buying a brand new one. If you're going to buy a used one, I think the 22 and up is the one that has the single exhaust and the revised head. So they tractor a little bit better, but I think they make less power. But anyways, yeah, if you're looking for a new hare scramble race bike, or a bike that you can take out to a motocross track, hit the trails, can pretty much do everything with this bike, I like it. This is the one. The value for the dollar on this bike is insane. The only thing is that if you're going to be trail riding it, you're probably going to want to add a fan to it because it doesn't have one. I've never had an issue with it getting hot, but I know some people have. Again, I'm not doing any kind of crazy enduro riding or anything like that. Yeah, to sum it up, if you can find a good deal on one of these, I absolutely recommend it. They ride great. I'm going to try to see if I can get the Kawasaki back here and ride it also. Just kind of compare. And then now that I've filmed a full lap, I will try to shoot a full lap with the Kawasaki too. Put them side by side and kind of see if the time is any different. Which we got to notate that it's wet conditions today. So if I run it in the dry on the Kawasaki, I'll run it in the dry on the Honda. And we'll see how they do. But anyways, if you watched this far, thanks for watching. I know I suck at riding, so if you think I suck at riding, please tell me in the comments. Don't go on the Facebook page that I shared it to and tell me how shit that I am, because I already know. I'm going to disclose that in every video. And yeah, hope you have a blessed day, and hit the subscribe button.